Was it a shakedown before or after you allegedly offered her $10 million for a settlement? I'll wait.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck
on. I gotta shake it off, cause my raccooning ain't the same. What's going on, you all? I don't know why I did that intro. I'm wrong for that, but this is something. I'm a loss for words, and that doesn't usually happen. I will say this, when it comes to Shannon Sharpe, it's not surprising. Shannon Sharpe, who sat down with Amber Rose not too long ago and sat next to that other White Walker, knowing what he has said about black folks, how he has talked about Kendrick Lamar, sat down with him. You are their brother. Shannon Sharpe, you're 50-something years old, and you met a 19-year-old at a gym and then engaged in this type of behavior. And now you want us to believe that this is a shakedown after you have offered a $10 million settlement, allegedly. Well, it's being reported by TMZ that you offered $10 million for this to be settled. This is not we're trying to ruin this person before they buy NBC. This is Shannon Sharpe doing what he has been doing for the longest. This is Shannon Sharpe, the same Shannon Sharpe that last year got into some heat because of his response to and mocking black women on social media, on Twitter. Some of the comments that he made about black women's hair after a Stan page made a comment towards him that he did not like and told her that she needs to be worried about robbing a horse for hair. The same horse and bestiality stuff that you was performing for Miss Gabby. The same bestiality that you're trying to call black women, you're now performing that for Miss Gabby, a 19-year-old that you allegedly met at a gym. None of this surprises me, because Shannon Sharpe has kind of showed us several times, if you pay attention to it, Carisha sat down and asked him, hey, Shannon, what's your type? Do you like them old or do you like them young? Shannon Sharpe responds,
half my age, +7, -3.
I like them half my age, -7, add 3, round 30. 30 for 30. How we going from 30 something, 31, 32 to 19? Somebody ain't doing the math right.
It went from 8 to 6 to 4.
Now you want to get on social media after saying we don't do victim stuff on social media. Now you want to get in front of us with your Easter suit on like you're doing a State of the Union and it's giving State of the Raccoon, because this is not a shakedown. If anything, for me, you're playing the part that you've been playing.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might you in public.
All of this fetish stuff, playful stuff that you've been playing, I'm using my words carefully because of YouTube, you're still playing that right now. You wanted to play the beast. Now it's time for her to play the victim. Is it all worth it? For those who do not know, because I'm 5 minutes late getting into this, Shannon Sharpe is being sued for $50 million for SA. And the person who is suing is going under the alias of Jane Doe. And the name has kind of been revealed a little bit. Apparently her name is Gabriella Zuniga. And allegedly they met when she was 19 and Shannon Sharpe was probably like 55 or 56. He was in his 50s. Some of the conversations, because Shannon Sharpe has released the text messages, it looks like it looks as though they were into some type of kink play, but it's giving race play. It's giving that. He's been playing the beast for her. Some of the text messages you see her asking for a big black baby. As a person who lays with black folks, I never have to put any emphasis on them being black, because Why? I don't never need to put black in front of anything. I don't never need to use black as a descriptor. And you know what's so funny about this whole thing? It's not funny because this is serious stuff, but watching black men for the last couple of days thirst after Haley from seeing what happened in Sinners. After watching Sinners, black men have been thirsting after Haley, who played Mary on social media. Like, they are on Twitter and TikTok thirsting after this girl. Like the house down. Like fiending. Seeing what they saw in the movie. I'm not trying to spoil it, but if you seen it, you saw it. Didn't get any of that message from that. Hey, come on, I got my neck. Y'all have been offering y'all neck to these folks. And then y'all want to come to us after y'all got bit. And this might be a slight spoiler, just a little bit, but not too bad. But I'm not going to answer it, but I'll ask this question and look in the comments. Who was the first person who came inside of the building? Who was the first person who came inside? After seeing that, black men didn't take any of that. They didn't get any of that. They can see it. They do not care. They don't care. This conversation happening right around the time that Shannon Sharpe is being shaken down. You are willfully walking into this house and giving yourself to these things. And now you want to come to us and say this is a shakedown. It very well could be, but you wanted to be shaken. You wanted to experience this. The fact that Carisha sat down with you and asked you what your type was, do you like them young or you like them old, asked you that question, and then you're 50 something years old. How is someone even thinking to ask you, do you like them old? You are old. You done went from Unc to Uncle Ruckus. You done went from Uncle Shay Shay to Uncle Tom's Cabin. You are that brother. Monique sat across you. She smelled it on you and offered you a mammy. Get you a big fat black woman that's gonna rub your feet and cook for you at night, Shannon. And I like Monique. Y'all know I love me some Monique. She offered you a mammy. You told her you can't leave the 26-year-olds alone. You couldn't answer that because it's not even the 26-year-olds, it's the 19-year-olds. A 19-year-old white girl got your attention at 50-something years old.
At 60, get a job, ho.
You deserve everything you're getting. For the folks who are out here, because I know y'all men are mad. I know y'all. The men who are upset at folks calling out for thirsting out the Haley and Sinners are the same men who are going to defend Shannon Sharpe right now. I guarantee you that. I guarantee all of y'all are Uncle Shannon. All of y'all are Uncle Shannon. All of y'all are. Irony of this conversation about Mary after Pearline and Annie. Like, did y'all not see Pearline walk to that train? I would have followed her to the midnight train to Georgia if she would have walked in front of me with that Jim Crow sundress on. And then y'all, Casper the Friendly, walk up with that flat back and y'all thirsting. Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve to get bit. Y'all deserve to get bit. Y'all deserve for all of your culture and everything to be gone. Y'all deserve to be out there tap dancing to the Irish. Continue to use Irish Spring soap. Y'all deserve it. Like to watch Shannon Sharpe try to act like this is a black thing and Tony Buzbee tried to take Jay-Z down and this is a shakedown and, you know, black men. You the same black man that was eating black women up on social media because they told you that, hey, that's not cool to make a comment about hair like that. And what did you say in the response? Would never talk to a white woman like that. The disrespect to black women is wild. Clearly you don't follow me, but ask around, they'll tell you. And you told us. You told us a lot. For those who've been listening, you've said several times you like young girls. See, the thing with folks like Shannon Sharpe, these old men who are celebrities, they will show you so many ways what they like because they're egos. They can't help themselves. The same way R. Kelly sang about the things that he liked doing. He put it in the music. Shannon Sharpe makes jokes about it. You know who else had jokes about them doing stuff and all of that? Was currently in jail right now. Was about to go on trial in a couple of months. You are their brother. And what's interesting to me is that black folks were rooting for you, Shannon Sharpe. We were rooting for you. When you and Skip Bayless had that stuff going on, a non-sports watcher like me was rooting for you. Then you came with this, and then I started to smell it. I started to hear you make comments and your commentary and how you were very defensive of Caitlin Clark. How you were very defensive towards certain things. It makes sense. And let me make this very, very clear. Shannon Sharpe has a disdain for black women. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can tell. But just because a person has a disdain for black women doesn't mean that they automatically sleep just with non-black women. Because there's a lot of black men who do not like black women, but still sleep next to them, still sleep with them, and still marry them. So let's not conflate that. I want that to be understood. But you have to pay attention to how they talk and some of the things that they say under their breath. Shannon Sharpe has been saying that. He's been doing that. He's been saying things. So this alleged shakedown, how can it be a shakedown to me when you are out here offering $10 million? What kind of shake? Like, is it shake and bake, Rick and Bobby? Like, I'm asking because I want to know. So where does this go with Shannon Sharpe? I honestly do not know. He was in talks to get a $100 million podcast deal, and that is probably on the line. Chad Ochocinco, child, you might have to find some other work. You might have to go find Candy in the studio and make some beats, because you might have to get on the hip hop track or something, because brother, you think y'all finna get that $100 million, like, what's the name? It's highly unlikely. That $100 million is gone. Like, y'all won't be seeing that. You'll be lucky if y'all get anything from this, to be honest, because they are not going to work with Shannon Sharpe. Them executives seeing this, and this being a 19-year-old white girl, they're going to see their daughters dating black men in this. And they're going to see Shannon Sharpe for the beast that he's been playing with this woman. I'm not calling Shannon Sharpe a beast, but the behavior and things that he was doing and how he was playing for this woman, this 19-year-old girl, is very much that. Very much, you're playing the beast and I'm playing the innocent girl. There's text messages of her asking and consenting to certain things. And then there's other text messages, because now they've been put out there and TMZ has obtained them, of her texting him and saying no means no. And you did this and I asked you to do that and you didn't. Now, this is no shame towards the BDSM community and all the things that they do, because I do believe that people can consent to these things. They can consent. But also understanding this, there's a lot of work that needs to be done before you just start doing these things. We all have to do a better job of understanding consent, because no shade, after seeing a lot of commentary on what Kenya Moore did to Britt, no matter what Britt did or what she said, what Kenya did was vile. And the fact that folks are defending that lets me know that y'all don't need to be entering any of these rooms with anybody else, because y'all clearly do not understand consent. If I invite you over at 12 o'clock in the morning to come over, and you get there and at 2 o'clock I tell you no, and you get upset and you try to coerce, no means no. No is a solid statement. Yes, you can leave, and you might not want to talk to that person ever again. You can. But to be upset at someone not consenting is questionable. Because why would you want to do something with somebody who is not consenting? And we also might need to understand and think, why do we want these things? Why does non-consensual things do something for us? We might need to have a conversation about that. We might need to. But Shannon Sharpe playing the beast for Miss Gabriella Zuniga, that's something he wanted to do. And now he has to continue to play the beast. Now you're going to play the beast in public. So for all the men who are upset at this shakedown and he was trying to buy NBC and all of these things, Shannon Sharpe could have found him a 30-year-old black woman or a 30-year-old or 50-year-old. He didn't. I want you all to answer this question. Why every time it's a shakedown and they taking y'all money? Because they have no problem calling black women gold diggers and they want money. Y'all so upset at black women for that. Then you have Gabriella Zuniga telling you $25K cheek for cheek. Not $25K for the whole 2 cheeks. No, she said for 1 piece of the bun. To get the whole sandwich, you're going to have to pay $50K. The audio that was released from the phone call between both of them, and you hear what it sounded like Shannon Sharpe and the Jane Doe, Gabriella Zuniga, saying, you are trying to manipulate me. And Shannon Sharpe getting upset and said, the next time I see you, I'm going to you. And you don't have a choice in the matter. Maybe that is some stuff that they do. Maybe it is. But Shannon Sharpe is the same grown man who is 50-something years old, who's been playing professional ball, who has a real paying job and who has said and argued that he doesn't put himself in certain situations with women. He does not get on elevators with women by themselves. He puts himself in the best position to not deal with things like this. Ran to this situation with a unethical relationship, point blank and a period. A 19-year-old girl with a 50-something-year-old, say what you want to say. Oh, it's not. Yeah, sure. You already stretching the limits. You already stretching the limits. And honestly, and I said some other things, and this is on Patreon because I had to go there. And I had to get there. If you're willing to do that, you might go a little younger. I'm just saying. And to see Shannon Sharpe supporters say that it is legal, okay, we'll give you that. Then go to do other things that is beyond the traditional, like, things. You playing into a character, like taking advantage. You have this girl on the phone sounding like a child. She sound like a child. So don't let these men tell you, well, I thought she know she didn't. That's why I have an issue whenever folks try to do this thing with black girls and say that they're older than what they look like. Oh, she look grown. No, she does not. And why do you keep saying that? Why do you feel the need to keep saying that? Stop saying that. Stop saying that. For the folks who be out here, stop saying that. Y'all got to stop doing black girls like that. Y'all have to stop. Absolutely stop doing that. Because it doesn't matter what the quote unquote body looks like. You clearly know, so why are we doing it? It's because it's shocking to you, because you might be desiring it a little bit. Y'all be saying the quiet part out loud, and I be hearing it. And so does a lot of other folks. Shannon Sharpe, you're not whispering. You're very loud and very clear. You might have Miss Girl over here whispering in your ear and saying sweet nothings while you play the beast and the werewolf to Miss Red Riding Hood, but you enjoy playing this. You enjoy being that brother. You enjoy being the threat. You enjoy being Mr. BBC, our favorite unk. All of this black culture that you have surrounded and built your image off of, and you out here playing the beast in race, like, you can't be serious. Like, I can't take you serious. We can't take you serious. You did all of these things, and now you out here playing. Like, are you okay? You can't be okay. You're 50-something years old, meeting a 19-year-old at a gym, which I do not believe. I don't believe for a second they met at a gym. You're saying all these things, and you got Stephen A. Smith coming in his YouTube channel talking about, oh, I don't choose a side. I don't play sides. You know, he's my coworker and my friend. Then if you know that, then shut. Why are you talking? You did the gambling ad. You want to make money off of it. Then Stephen A. Smith goes on to talk about the media reporting all of this and all the media organizations running stories and talking about it. The same media organization that ran and talked about the $100 million possible deal that he was doing for his show. The same media that you work for. You work for ESPN. And where you are the media. What are you talking about? You are the media. You are the visuals. What are you talking about? You work for ESPN, which is owned by Disney, which owns ABC. You are the media. You have a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers. You are the media. What are you talking about? And you're using that media right now to soften the conversation about Shannon Sharpe. Because y'all are very choosy in the words you use. Because in no way, shape, or form is it ever okay for this type of stuff. Never. I don't care what y'all say. Shannon Sharpe should have never been talking to her. You're 50-something. You're about to be ready for retirement and Social Security. What are you talking about? You men, y'all get caught up with the stuff, and it's always the same looking folks. It always have the same specific look. Always. Y'all are very adamant. Your Chris Browns, your Nellies, your Trey Songz, y'all are very adamant about what y'all are willing to be around. Y'all don't want these. Y'all don't want the dark skin. Y'all don't want these specific type of women around y'all in the boats with y'all. Y'all want to be around these women. And you see these stories time and time again because it's every other 6 months. It's not Shannon Sharpe. It's Jim Crow suit wearing Jonathan Majors. Y'all want to be a part of this. Like, y'all want to be Mr. BBC. Y'all want to play Mr. BBC. Y'all enjoy. Y'all get a kick out of it. And y'all get upset when the gig is up. Y'all upset. So Shannon Sharpe, I actually do not feel anything for him because he created this mess. And I don't think he's going to be able to clean it up. I'm wondering how this is going to look because I do think as stuff keeps coming out, ESPN is not going to have a choice but to suspend him because it looks too nasty. It looks too nasty. And when those white wives get in conversations with their husbands about this and the executives and how that looks, Shannon Sharpe, you better be hopeful that you can even do a podcast, something after this, because they are about to clean your clock. And you gave it to them. Flavor Flav.